I have to make a new intro because my dumbass deleted it when I was downloading my videos. Anyway, today this video is just me washing my truck. This was done yesterday. This one's really new. I have a ton of footage that I'm still going through, so this is just a quick video about washing the truck. We've had a lot of rain, haven't had a chance to wash the truck. Like, it was rained almost every single weekend, it seemed like Saturday or Sunday. And then if it didn't rain Saturday or Sunday, it rained Monday, so I didn't have a chance to actually get and clean the truck. So that's what this video is. Like I said, I had an intro with me down at our shop getting ready to wash the truck, and somehow I managed to delete it when I was going through my footage. Anyway, what the heck do I know? I'm just a truck driver. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. There is a lot of time lapse because it was 3 hours of me washing my truck. I do have clips in between of me doing other things and talking about what I'm doing, so it's not just all time lapse. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please like it, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, tips, anything, go ahead and feel free to leave them down below. Thank you. So this is what it looks like right now. Like, it's filthy. You can see I haven't had a chance to wash it at all. We're constantly driving, and like I said, it's been raining on and off past couple weekends with nothing but rain. Yesterday was gorgeous. Today's supposed to be gorgeous. So let's go and wash this. I'm gonna have to go grab my trailer because I don't have the trailer hooked up. But now, mind you, I keep my truck clean. I wash it consistently. But because of the stuff they put here in Connecticut on their roads, the back of my truck is rusting. Now, 2 years ago, I sanded this whole light box down, sanded it back to metal, clean metal, primered it, and then repainted it. And you couldn't tell because it's rusting like crazy. Like, look at this. And I'm always washing my truck, especially in the winter, to get the salt and stuff off. But this light box hasn't been sanded off. I mean, you can see. But that's the stuff that they put on the roads, because the rest of the truck isn't like that. Boy, my rims are horrible. I'm gonna have to spend some time polishing them. Not today. I don't have that kind of time today. But like, if you look at my frame is good. My frame is clean. Dirty, but no rust. The rest of the truck is fine. It's the back is rusting away because of the stuff they put on the truck. Yeah, you can see the film of dirt. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but yeah, she's dirty. So we're gonna see about getting it cleaned up, move it over a little bit. This, which is funny, looks like oil, but when I've popped the cap and checked my hub, there's nothing. It leaked once. The center, the little, let's see if I can get this. So let's look at this again. So one day the center cover popped off, and it seems like it's on there, but there's a little bit of play in that little center cover, and I think that's what's giving me just a tiny leak. But it's clean in there. There's no oil, so I honestly, like, there's nothing on that. I don't know where that's coming from. I've checked behind it. It's not leaking behind it. My oil level is fine. I don't know. So today we're gonna clean. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on time lapse, only because it's gonna take me probably 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to get this all washed. And that's not even doing a good job. That's doing a decent job. Because I'm mainly going to use a touchless wash. So hang on a second. So this is what I use. I use Chemex, Stars, and Stripes, which is a touchless wash. I also use Chemex's snake oil for ceramic coating to help the water shed, and I don't have very much of this left. I use M-Shine for my rims, which is it's a polished aluminum cleaner. It's not acidic, so it doesn't etch the aluminum, so it doesn't ruin them and turn them white. And then I got my foamers. M-Shine. I don't have enough M-Shine for all my rims, because I'm going to have to work just my front ones. So mainly Stars and Stripes is a touchless, but today I'm probably going to take a brush mainly for my stacks and the covers, because the touchless works good, but on areas forward facing it gets a good amount of grit on it. So I'll just take a brush really quickly to get the heavier stuff off. But I will say, he doesn't sponsor me. I've actually met the gentleman who owns Stars and Stripes, very nice guy. He's actually washed my truck. He's got a video of him washing my truck up on his page. But I found it works very well for quick washes, where if I need just a quick wash one day, make it look halfway decent. It works very well for that. Fighting here in Plainville, where we're located, we have very hard water, so it tends to leave a lot of water spots. The snake oil kind of helps alleviate that by trying to get it off. But yeah, you can see on my hood, I got a coating on my hood. So let's get going and get this done. So that was just a rinse. I was trying to get grease off my boom. Since I grease my stuff just about every week, and then we get into trees, it spreads it all over. I mean, that area there really needs a good cleaning, but I'm not gonna go too crazy. I have no truck shows coming up, so this is just kind of like a weekly cleaning is what I'm trying to do. But as you can see, even with the cleaning with the power washer, there is still a haze on everything. Like, I hit that with the power washer and it's like nothing comes off. Let me shut this off for a minute. So I just take the power washer to it to get the heavy stuff off, and then I'll have to mix up my soap, and we'll do our touchless wash. Like I said, I'm going to use a brush on my visor and on my stacks, but everything else is going to be touchless, and we'll see how it comes out. Yeah, you can. It's hard to tell, but once it starts to dry, just hitting with it with the power washer, all it does is take the light stuff off. Like, I mean, it definitely still got. It didn't take much off. I mean, come on. All right, let's mix up some soap. Alright, so truck is washed. Now mind you, this is a touchless wash. So there is still a slight haze on the hood. Can't really see it. I'm probably gonna... The hood's hard because A, it's so big and it sits in the sun, so stuff doesn't want to come off. But for a touchless wash, and that's M-Shine, like I did not polish anything. But if you remember back at the beginning of the video, the rims didn't look that great. They look decent. They need a good polishing. These are not Alcoas. These aren't the level ones, which are on that truck down there. Those are Alcoa level ones, already polished with the coatings. You don't have to do anything but wash them. These are not. These are AccuRides. So I have to polish them. It's a chore, and I haven't gotten to it yet this year. Still technically the beginning of the year. But for a quick wash, not going crazy, like I said, just work ready. Not show truck ready. Work ready. Yeah, the truck is ready for work. Clean enough for that. So, the only thing left to do to it is I'm probably gonna hit the hood with a brush real quick, only because... Why do I have a bug on here? Get off of there. I kind of want to clean that up just a little bit more, since that's what I get to look at out the windshield. But clean that hood real quick, and then we're gonna do snake oil on it, and then go get the trailer and hit the trailer real quick and call it quits for today. Well, yeah, that's 100% oil. Let's see, where's a little oh yeah, 100% fucking leaking. Where though? That's the fucking key. Where? Not leaking there. Okay, so it looks like it's leaking. Right around, see? Leaking right around the little rubber cap. Yeah. But just a little tiny oil, that's barely anything. But look at the mess it makes. Problem with that is that's a thing for DOT to see you going down the road, see that, pull you over, and want to do an inspection for no reason. Alright. Well, it's not my truck. That's what mine had done, and I kept washing it and washing it and washing it, and you still see mine when I started to wash mine this morning. It had a little tiny bit on it. That's gonna have to be addressed on Monday. Okay, well, we're done. It's now been, making exactly 3 hours. So, I kind of misspoke before. I had said that that truck had Durabrites. Well, I had said level 1s with the coating. Well, technically, if it has a coating, it's a Durabrite. And I kind of wandered over here after I moved the truck, and the fronts are Durabrites. Where's that? Yeah, right there. So that has a coating on it. That just has to be washed. The rears have Alcoa level 1s, which is a mirror polish. So they don't have a coating, but they do need a little bit of a polishing. Same with the tag axle, has level 1s, blue sticker. Now my truck, it was supposed to come with Alcoa Durabrites, and they kind of messed up on it. So I ended up with AccuRides on the front. AccuRide, which are just a regular rim. Same on my drives. I have AccuRides. Where's the sticker? Right there, AccuRide. And then my trailer has level 1s. If I can find the sticker. Oh, I have no sticker on that one. Yeah, it used to be right there. Let's see, this one. I have the sticker. Let's see. Oh, right there. Right there. Level 1s, which are mirror polish. So as you can see, those, I just washed them, and they have a good shine to them. I didn't polish them, I just washed them. And you can see these kind of have a slight yellowish haze because they have to be polished. I have no choice but to polish those. But again, the truck is work ready. The truck is not show ready. And I mean, not for nothing. The truck is a 2021. We have 96,000 miles, actual miles on the truck. Hours, we're at 8,700 hours. So if you do the math, let's see, if you take 8,700 and you times it by, the old school math was 55 miles an hour, that's what my truck has for mileage. 478,500 miles. While the odometer only says 96,000, the hour meter is what kills these trucks. And not for nothing, for technically a truck with 400,000 miles, kind of figure it doesn't look too bad. But that's gonna be it for this video. I gotta pick everything up, and I gotta fix my battery on my trailer. I did a job in Massachusetts in the rain 2 weeks ago, and I was on a dirt road, and it was a rough road. Trailer was bouncing harder than a cheap whore on a payday. So what I think happened is my battery became disconnected in there, because when I unhook, I have no more power at my battery or at my trailer, so I can't turn my lights on. So I'm assuming with all the bouncing that happened, because right now I should be able to turn that on, and I got nothing. So I think with all the bouncing, the battery shifted and disconnected. So after I pick up all my oh, where'd my phone go? After I pick up all my cleaning supplies, yeah, put the phone right in the water. Good thing it's waterproof. Pick that all up. I'll spend about another half hour here, see if I can fix that battery. All right, thanks for watching.